As many as 20 million people in Bangladesh are at risk from a future rise in sea level. A new study is warning that vast areas vital for rice production could be swamped by salty water. It comes as the country's government appeals for more than £3 billion in aid to prepare for the effects of climate change. Our environment correspondent David Shukman has travelled to Bangladesh.
For years there have been warnings about how vulnerable Bangladesh is to rising sea levels. Well, this is the reality. A gang of labourers using their bare hands to scoop up mud to try to build up the wall that protects their villages. In a cyclone, the whole place was torn apart. Dozens of people were killed and all of the farms were flooded with seawater, making any kind of cultivation impossible even months after the event.
This is where the sea defences were broken. Every high tide the water pours in. The only way to travel around here is by boat. This whole island is overwhelmed, homes ruined and fields lost. And because the water is salty, even when it drains away, people can't grow anything. For Shukjan Khatun, clutching one of her grandchildren, it's a precarious existence here. Trying to keep safe, away from the water, is a constant and dangerous struggle. This tiny shelter, perched above the flood, is the refuge she survives in. But sometimes the family boat is the safest place to be.
So what's life like? How difficult is life?
It's like a hell and it's too difficult to live.
The big worry here, of course, is if the forecast of climate scientists are right and the sea rises even more, maybe by a metre by the end of the century, well, how on earth are these millions of people going to cope? I can tell you, it's an unpleasant task here. It's very hard work, mixing the mud and the clay to try to keep these communities safe. It's a back-breaking labour. These men each get 5 kilos of rice a day for their troubles. They're hoping this will actually save their communities from future sea level rise.
David Shukman there in Bangladesh, and you can see more of his journey on the BBC News website, bbc.co.uk/news, and you can see more on tonight's 6 o'clock news.